I have been held at gunpoint and robbed in Afghanistan. At first I didn't want to share the story with everyone, but it felt irresponsible to only share and post the highlights of our travels, so here's exactly what happened. After exploring the city of Kandahar for the day, I had to give everything I got to find a truck that hopefully takes me as far as possible. And the son and father duo here picked me up, and they offered me a 12-hour overnight ride to Herat. All the good vibes, however, came to an abrupt halt when, at the next checkpoint, their truck was searched and the Taliban refused to let me continue with them. I couldn't do anything about it, so when eventually a shared taxi approached, they told me I'll be safe in this car and made me get in. At first, the two guys in the car seemed friendly, but when they asked multiple times whether I got my ID on me, I started to get a bad feeling and hid my passport in my underpants. In the middle of nowhere, they turned off the main road and said that they have to go and pray. However, that got me even more suspicious, as it was only 3 AM and usually the first prayer is at sunrise. They got out and I tried to quietly take a photo of their car, but unfortunately none of the cars here have license plates. Then I quickly went to the toilet until I started feeling something in the back of my head, and that is really when my heart started pounding. I turned around and the two guys that just returned from their prayer came back with two big AK-47s and shouted at me and asked for my money, my passport and my phone. They kept pushing me around, and when they did that, I got a bit of a closer look at one of the guys and I saw that his rifle did not have a magazine in it. Now I was thinking maybe they are just bluffing. Maybe they don't have any bullets in their guns. But the problem was that I couldn't see the second guy because he was constantly behind me and his weapon was constantly on the back of my head. In the end I was saved because one of their phones was ringing, and in that moment they were distracted, and I really don't know what it was. Maybe it was my military training. I spent 3 years in the military. Maybe it was just basic survival instinct. I took my backpack, I smashed it into the guy's face. He fell down. That's when I ran away as fast as I could. I zigzagged through the dark, praying that they won't shoot after me. I heard them screaming and laid down on the ground after a few hundred meters, hoping they didn't see where I was. Their engine started and they raced in my direction, full beams on. They drove past me a total of 3 times, each time closer than the last, but eventually they took off. I kept hiding until the sun started to come up and started hitchhiking. I got picked up fast by these amazing guys that helped me translate everything that happened at the next checkpoint. There, the Taliban asked me what I'm doing in Afghanistan and why I was traveling at night, treating me rather like the perpetrator and not the victim. So I just left and went to the next city, where my couchsurfing host family already waited for me and made sure I had a safe space to rest. Safe travels, everyone. Bye-bye.